Over the course of NBA history, two players' greatnesses stand out amongst the others. That is LeBron James and Michael Jordan. There is an ongoing debate on who the true GOAT is, the greatest player of all time. The two have very different builds and different play styles, but their differences are what set the two apart, and one of them stands out the most. Throughout his years of playing time, Michael Jordan has proven himself to be the better and greater basketball player than LeBron James. Michael Jordan played in a more competitive era. He contributed a great leadership ability, and he had legendary statistics. Michael Jordan had a tougher path to become great. The competition in his era was a lot stronger than LeBron's competition.
What the Jordan rules were. On the wings, we're going to push him to the elbow, and we're not going to let him drive to the baseline. Number two, when he's on top, we're going to influence him to his left. When he got the ball in the low post, we're going to trap him from the top. Well, that's the Jordan rules, and it was that simple.
What happens when he does make it this time?
That's when Lambeer and Mahorn would go up and knock him down to the ground.
As soon as he steps in the paint, hit him.
Chuck Daly said, this is a Jordan rule on the ground. When he comes to the basket, he ain't gonna dunk. We're gonna hit you, and you're gonna be on the ground.
Jordan is still there.
We tried to physically hurt Michael.
Jordan had no place to go. Robert.
How bad do you want it? Are you willing to be injured to score a basket?
And the Pistons want to make Jordan pay whenever he gets in the paint.
And then the referees back then didn't look to see if Michael was hurt or not. It wasn't make sure that the savior is.
That last clip from The Last Dance is one example of how hard Michael Jordan's competition was. One way to compare the competition between LeBron and Michael Jordan in different eras is a net rating. A net rating takes the difference between teams' points scored and allowed for every 100 possessions. Net rating is a very important stat because it shows how good a team can score and defend. In the playoffs, Jordan played teams that averaged a 50-win game regular season. LeBron, on the other hand, during the playoffs, played teams that averaged a 47-win game regular season. A 3-win difference doesn't seem like a lot, but for seeding, it does matter. This could be the difference between playing a 1 and 3 seed. Putting this into a net rating perspective, Jordan's opponents averaged a net rating of 4.58, and LeBron's opponents averaged a net rating of 3.97. Again, it is a slight difference, but it still shows Michael Jordan played tougher competition. Michael Jordan was forced to put on muscle because of the time era he played in. With all the tough physical defensive teams, Michael Jordan needed to outbody his competitors.
I think his shoulder hit me in the face, but it happened so fast, I didn't even know who it was. But I'm all right. I'm a football player.
LeBron plays in an era of babies. All the flopping and load management wasn't a thing in Michael Jordan's days. LeBron also needed help to beat his competition. LeBron created the super team. Michael Jordan didn't choose to have Scottie Pippen on his team. The Bulls drafted him. LeBron snaked the Cavaliers and went to go play on a super team. All these players had success without LeBron. Michael Jordan did have Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, but once Michael Jordan left the Bulls, Scottie Pippen was just a regular role player. After getting traded to the Trailblazers and Rockets, he only averaged 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists a game, compared to his averages on the Bulls, 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Michael Jordan made Scottie Pippen a better player. Kevin Love was a leader on the Timberwolves before he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Dwayne Wade is one of the best shooting guards of all time. Kyrie Irving averaged 22 points per game and 5 assists while playing alongside LeBron. When he stopped playing with LeBron, he started averaging 26 points per game and close to 7 assists. Kyrie became slightly better. LeBron's teammates were still great players, but even after playing with LeBron, they were still stars. Michael Jordan was a better leader than LeBron James. Michael Jordan has 38 playoff games where he had 40-plus points. He is the leader in this statistic. On top of that, he has beat 20 teams that have over 50 regular season wins. He blows LeBron out of the water for that. LeBron is not a good leader in the finals. He's 4-6 in the finals. Michael Jordan is 6-0. Michael Jordan has never lost in the finals. The NBA Finals MVP represents the player who impacted their team the most in the playoffs. Michael Jordan has 6 and LeBron has 4. LeBron has a bad finals record and has recorded the worst final loss in NBA history. He lost to Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks in 2011. The Heat were almost guaranteed to win the finals that year, but LeBron choked and couldn't get the win. LeBron averaged 17.8 points throughout the series and couldn't lead his team. He averaged 43 minutes and couldn't put up more than 17 points a game. The playoffs is the most important time you need to step up and become a leader, but LeBron couldn't do that. Michael Jordan had a better statistical career than LeBron James. Michael Jordan has 3 more all-defensive selections than LeBron James. Jordan has been selected 9 times, and Bron has been selected 6 times. Michael Jordan also has 1 more MVP selection than LeBron James. Michael Jordan also has what LeBron James doesn't, and that's a Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Jordan was selected for all of these awards over many of the greatest defenders of history. He won over Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, and Karl Malone. Being a guard, there isn't more competition in winning the Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Jordan was still able to outdefend the bigger defensive stars and win that award. Michael Jordan is ahead of LeBron on the all-time steals list. Michael Jordan has 2,514 steals, and LeBron has 2,060 steals. Michael Jordan was a 6'6" guard with not a lot of mass. LeBron is a 6'8", 6'9" forward that should be a better defender. Michael Jordan was a better pure scorer than LeBron James. He averaged 30 points throughout his career, while LeBron James averaged only 27 points per game in his career. Michael Jordan also has 10 scoring titles compared to LeBron's 1 scoring title. Michael Jordan may not be ahead of LeBron for the most points scored on the all-time scoring list, but LeBron James played less games and less seasons. Michael Jordan and LeBron James are clearly 2 great basketball players. They are both known for different skills and are unique in their own ways. They both changed the game of basketball, but Michael Jordan has proven himself to be the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan played in a more competitive era, he contributed a great leadership ability, and he had legendary statistics. Next time you think of who the greatest basketball player of all time is, the answer will be Michael Jordan.